My name is Maia McGuire, and I am an educator with Florida Sea Grant at the University of Florida. As a marine biologist, I study things that live in the ocean. Today, I am going to read a chapter from a book that I wrote with some friends. The book is called One in a Thousand, Those Amazing Sea Turtles. Chapter 10, Helping Sick or Injured Sea Turtles. Some sea turtles only come to shallow waters near the coast to nest. The leatherback is an example of this. Other species spend some of their early years in the open ocean. After a few years, they return to shallow coastal waters and stay there for the rest of their life. In some places, green sea turtles may crawl onto the beach to get warm. In most places, the only time that healthy sea turtles come up onto land is to lay eggs. Sick turtles act differently. When turtles are sick, they may be too weak to swim away from the current. They may float at the surface of the water. Sometimes they wash up onto the beach. We call this stranding. People care about sea turtles and want them to do well. Some people work to save individual turtles that are sick or injured. If sick turtles are found stranded on land or floating in the water, they may be taken to an animal hospital. These hospitals can be in a veterinary clinic, wildlife hospital, zoo, or aquarium. The rescued turtles are tested to see what is wrong with them. Then they are treated so they can recover. If only one or two turtles strand, they are usually taken to an animal hospital. If a lot of turtles strand at one time, a temporary hospital may be built on the beach. When a lot of turtles strand at once, it is called a mass stranding. As sea turtles can't talk, it can be hard to tell if they are sick. Sick turtles are often found floating or stranded on the shore. A floating turtle usually cannot dive. If it tries to swim under the water, it bobs back up to the surface. If this happens for a long time, the turtle cannot eat and it loses weight. Algae and barnacles grow on its carapace. In Florida, this type of sick turtle is sometimes called a barnacle bill. Stranded turtles wash onto a beach and cannot get back off. They are usually found at the high tide mark. The waves push them onto shore and leave them stuck when the tide goes back out. This is different from a nesting turtle that crawls onto and off a beach despite the tide. It is also different from a basking turtle that swims into shallow water and crawls onto the beach during the day to soak up the sun. Nesting and basking turtles can return to the water when they want to. A stranded turtle is sick or injured and cannot get itself back into the water. It might not be strong enough to swim and could drown if put back in the ocean. Some of the reasons that sick turtles may need to be rehabilitated include dry drowning. This occurs when a sick turtle is held underwater for a long period of time, as in hours. This can happen in a fishing net or on long-line hooks. The turtle will hold its breath until it goes unconscious. An unconscious turtle cannot take a breath. It drowns without breathing in a drop of water. Sometimes these turtles are rescued before they drown. With time and a chance to catch their breath, they can recover. Fishing hook injury. This happens when a turtle swallows or gets caught by a fishing hook. The hook may have been discarded. Sometimes the hook is still attached to someone's fishing rod. Turtles often get hooked in the mouth. If they swallow the hook, it can be very hard to get out. Sometimes they get foul hooked, which means the hook gets caught on their flipper or skin. It is much easier to remove the hooks that are on the outside of the turtle. Crab trap entanglement. Turtles sometimes learn to steal fish used as bait in crab traps. These turtles can get caught by the rope and buoy attached to the trap. Sometimes they just swim by and accidentally get tangled in the rope. Most turtles can swim with a crab trap, at least for a while. But when they are tangled, they cannot swim or dive normally. When pulling the extra load, feeding becomes very hard. These turtles will slowly starve to death if they don't get loose. Also, the rope can get very tight around their flippers, resulting in nasty wounds. Cold stunning. When the water temperature drops suddenly, sea turtles can be cold stunned. Sea turtles are reptiles. They need heat from the air or water to maintain their body temperature. When they get cold, they become tired and sluggish. Their muscles don't work, and they get very sick. Starvation. Starvation occurs when an animal is not eating well. The animal loses weight and muscle strength. Although this is not a disease on its own, turtles admitted to sea turtle hospitals are often starving. Starvation can result from any of the other problems on this list. Diseases. Like all animals, sea turtles can get many diseases. These are caused by bacteria, viruses, parasites, and fungi. Diseased turtles may not be able to swim, eat, or function properly. A veterinarian has to figure out why they are sick before treatment is started. Fibropapillomatosis is a disease that causes tumors to grow on sea turtles. Scientists know that the tumors are caused by a virus, but there is still a lot to learn. Turtles that are sick from the virus may be very weak. If the tumors have grown inside the turtle's throat, it may be starving. If tumors are located only on the outside of the turtle, they can be removed. If tumors are internal, the turtle probably will not recover. Boat strike. Sea turtles swim just below the water surface. When they take a breath, all that can be seen is their nose. Boaters often cannot see the turtle until it is too late. They can accidentally hit it. A turtle that is hit by a boat may have internal and external damage because of the impact from the bottom of the boat. Additional injuries can be caused if the boat or propeller cuts through the animal. Red tide. Turtles exposed to red tide may be confused and have trouble breathing. These turtles can strand, but if hospitalized, they often recover with treatment. All of these situations require specific treatments and specialized care before the sea turtle can be returned to the ocean. If people find a sea turtle that needs help, they should call wildlife officials. Someone who is trained to rescue sea turtles can then come and check out the animal. They will carefully examine the turtle. They will identify the type of turtle and may take photographs and measurements. If the turtle is acting normally, it might be able to be released. Most of the time, a sea turtle that is washed ashore or found floating is not healthy. If it is visibly injured or acts like it might be sick, the turtle will probably be taken to a sea turtle hospital for further help. It may need some medical attention before it is taken to the hospital. All sea turtle hospitals have permits and are inspected. They have to follow a lot of rules to do a good job. Sometimes sea turtles that wash ashore or are found floating are dead. These turtles might still be taken to a sea turtle hospital so the doctors can figure out why they died. Once the sea turtle arrives at the turtle hospital, there are several steps that will be taken. Finding the cause of illness is called a diagnosis. A veterinarian or biologist will do a physical examination on the turtle. This is similar to the way a veterinarian will check your cat or dog. The turtle is weighed and measured. There are normal values available that can be compared to the information from the sick turtle. The normal values are from healthy turtles. These are used to tell if the sea turtle weighs less than it should. Sick turtles are often very thin. As turtles have hard shells that do not move, it may not be easy to tell if they are skinny. When veterinarians examine turtles, they look at the areas around the front flippers and neck. These areas have skin and muscle. A skinny turtle will have skin that is wrinkled and sunken in. After the physical examination, the veterinarian may do some other tests. These could include taking blood samples or x-rays. A lot of work is done to determine whether the animal is sick or healthy. Good information results in a good diagnosis. The team can then do the best job possible to help the sick turtle. When the decision is made to treat a sick turtle, a plan is developed. If needed, the turtle will be given some special foods and fluids to help it gain weight. It will get special medicine if a disease is diagnosed. In a turtle hospital, treatment plans are strictly followed. As the sea turtle gets better or worse, the treatment plan is adjusted. The goal of the treatment plan is to make the animal well as quickly as possible. After treatment, sea turtles are cleared by a veterinarian for release. They will be released at the same place where they were found. This can be the beach they stranded on or the part of the ocean from which they were caught. When a turtle is released at the beach, there is a big celebration. Rescue workers want everyone to know about the turtle. It takes a lot of work to send them home. Wildlife care is bittersweet. Hospital staff spend many hours caring for a sick turtle, but once their patient is released, they may never see it again. Sometimes turtles are injured so badly they can never be released back into the ocean. If it is going to stay at a zoo or aquarium, special permits are needed for that. Many of the turtles you see at an aquarium are not healthy enough to go back to the ocean. When this happens, the sea turtles can become teachers. They help everyone learn about them and the ocean they call home. In a perfect world, sea turtle hospitals would not be needed. Sea turtles would not get sick, strand, or be caught in fishing gear, or be hit by boats. Here are things we can all do to help sea turtles. Collect up all loose fishing line and hooks when fishing. Look closely at the water ahead when boating. Don't pollute. Pick up trash when you see it on the ground. Use less energy. Change climate change. Protect beaches and waters where turtles nest and live. And learn who to call if you find a stranded sea turtle. This is the end of Chapter 10. Do you want to learn more? Look for recordings of additional chapters on the Florida Sea Grant YouTube channel.